What's up, nerds? This is Dr. Arm, and welcome back to Offbeat Gaming. I know it's been a long time since anything's been uploaded to this channel, but I'm back, and hopefully if this goes well, I'll be able to start recording again, put some more videos on the channel, start uploading more frequently. And I've got a couple other project ideas, on the back burner, so we'll see how that goes. Set a few balls rolling in motion, see which direction gains the most momentum. But anyway, today I'm going to be playing some Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade. And for anyone who doesn't know anything about Warhammer 40k, well, grab a textbook and buckle in, because that's a very, very long story. Anyway, as you can see, I've played this game a little bit already. I've got my little space wolf here named Bjori. Now, this isn't the best game, I would say. I certainly enjoy it. But, it has its problems. Every game does. But mostly I just like it because it's 40k, and I am very into 40k, especially Space Wolves. As you can see, I am trying to rotate continually, but it's just not letting me. This game is fun, definitely. It's definitely geared towards the later game players. If you've been playing this game for a long time, you are probably way stronger than I would ever be. So you got your inventory here. You earn currency as you level up. As you play games and level up, you get new weapons and new abilities. As you get stronger, you can go into your advancements. You use your experience points to unlock these different advancements and make your character stronger. So ultimately, if you've been playing for a long time, you're just going to be a lot stronger than a new player like me. So you're going to see me absolutely suck for a solid 15 minutes today. I'll probably get a kill, if that. But I'll try my best. I do have fun. Advancement isn't a long process either. I noticed that you get those advancement points pretty quickly as you play. But let's go ahead and hop into it. Hit battle now. And hope we don't get paired up against any Eldar. From what I've seen, the Eldar have gotten pretty overpowered. Like their agility and their weapon damage is just beyond unreal. It's actually, I'm going to cancel that real quick. I think I actually forgot to equip something to one of my loadouts. So let's take a look at that real quick. Skyclaw. Yeah, see, so you have a whole bunch of different loadouts for your different classes. Skyclaw is an aerial class. You have lots of mobility. And I recently bought, for this class, a chain, or a power axe. Oh, but I can't equip that yet. It takes too much. So you have up here how many points that your loadout costs, and if it's over 1,000, you simply can't save that loadout. You can't use it. Which is a bit of a bummer. I was really hoping to switch out for that power axe. It was going to be a big damage improvement on my melee capabilities, but I don't know. Let's see. We might be able to finagle something. Let's find out. Go to my advancements and see if maybe I can lower the cost of something else. Not looking like it, however. So this is how the game does get balanced, but Power Axe Mastery, so yeah, that's exactly what I needed. The game gets balanced by, keeping you at those limitations. You can't get, all the best gear on one single loadout, because then you would be way too strong for no one to be able to deal with you anymore, and that's a little unfair, especially to new players like myself. So let's check this out. I am still 60 points over, but I might be able to just wiggle something out to get myself that 60 points. Armor regen's pretty important. Let's switch out this trinket. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that. No, that's only 10 points, so that's not really going to change anything. That's a meta pack. I definitely need that. Fuel regen isn't too much of a problem. I have this expanded jetpack, which gives me 4 uses of my booster instead of only 2, so I should be able to balance that out with not having as much fuel regen, which this still gives me some, just not as much. So now I can save that. I've got my power axe. I'll be doing more damage than I did last time, and hopefully actually be able to get some kills. I've already been recording for 5 minutes, and you guys have seen no gameplay, so let's fix that. These queues can last for a while, unfortunately, so I'll probably cut the queue out in editing unless I say something really stupid that I think you guys would enjoy. But for now, I'll mostly just try and, keep it to game content. My jetpack looks like that crazy robot from Futurama. Hey, Red! Alright, here we go, finally queued up. So here we are in the map loading screen. It kind of shows you a little overview of what your objectives are. Like we need to, oh boy, we're attacking. So attacking teams tend to have a little bit more success in this than the defending. When you're defending, you have to just hold out for a certain period, like amount of time, which gets difficult because for every one of these objectives that gets captured the first time, it actually adds time onto the timer, giving the attackers more time to accrue the influence they need to win. Is the game frozen? It appears to be. Oh, was it? Oh, here we go. Alright, I'm not sure what that was about. I am playing this game on pretty high settings. The graphics aren't the best, but it's not a bad looking game, not by any standard. I am playing this on a new gaming laptop, and the laptop's resolution is pretty decent, but I'm not sure if the game's screen size is going to translate well into the video whenever I upload it and gets watched on bigger screens. So we'll find out. We'll go ahead and try out our Skyclaw class that we just edited. And down here we have our initial spawn zone. You choose where you want to spawn every time you die, and down here you've also got vehicles that you can spawn in. So this one is the Rhino, which is a troop transport. You bring in lots of people, you pull them out into the battlefield, and you get them out there. This one is a tank. I don't remember the name of it at the moment, but it is an actual assault vehicle. You go out, you deal some damage, you can take down enemy vehicles, you can take down their turrets, things like that. But we're just going to go on foot. Goodness, it's pretty loud. But being this mobile class, you know, not really a vehicle-friendly kind of class. So, I am the worst in, like, actuality. I'm actually having a lot of time hearing myself. I'm going to turn down the audio real quick. Alright, sorry guys, I just turned down the game audio a little bit. It was incredibly loud in my headphones, and I could not hear myself think that. So that guy's having fun, I guess. God, okay, so getting stuck on the environment's kind of a thing that happens a lot anyways. As a Skyclaw, I've got this big old jetpack. Why am I stuck here? Alright, let me talk, game. As a Skyclaw, I've got this big old jetpack. I can fly up into the air, and then I can do this melee slam down where it does tons of damage if you manage to land it. And that's why I wanted that Power Axe. Power Axe is just an overall better melee weapon than the chainsword I started with. It is also a very slow weapon, however, which means I'm really going to have to take my time, line up these hits, make sure that damage gets in, because they can block, they can deflect. I'm hearing all kinds of combat and seeing absolutely nothing. Here we go. Oh, goodness. So we're up against Eldar, which is not good for me. And you're about to watch me just be totally inept at everything I do because I suck. So here, I'm going to help this guy up. Ah! What? So the Eldar are super fast and honestly just problematic in the way they play. I hate them. See, he really, like, he just came in and just smacked me, stunned me. I really didn't have time to do much anything about it. I hate playing against the Eldar for this exact reason. But hopefully things will go a little better. Indoors is not really the place for a Skyclaw to begin with. I really want to be outside. I want to be maneuvering, finding people who are separated and pick them off. I will always try and leave at least one bar of fuel in my jetpack, because as long as you have at least one, you can use your abilities, and it does slowly regenerate over time, as you can see. But if you run out entirely, you have to wait for a recharge before you can dodge, before you can fly, before you can do anything. And it can be pretty rough. Ow, what in the actual hell? See, I have no idea how even... I hate the Eldar. You guys are douchebags. So you're probably going to watch me just die over and over again in this game. So that was dumb. I hate the Eldar. I absolutely despise fighting against them. They are not fun at all. So we're going to go in on a queue, and we're going to go in specifically choosing against Chaos Marines because they're actually interesting to fight. And I'm just going to jump into the game whenever that happens. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Oh, here we are back in another game. Skyclaw, yeah! Attacking again. Good. We've got 3 different spawn points all over the place. So this time we're fighting against Chaos Marines because they're naughty boys. They're nowhere near as overpowered as the Eldar. You know, every faction has its own little quirks, but goodness, I can't stand the Eldar. It's like somebody devs this game fanboys over the Eldar real hard. You can tell. So this game should hopefully be a little more balanced, and I might actually get to play. So as you can see, the objective here is we've got to capture these points. For each one we capture, it does add time onto the length of the match. As long as we can fill up that little influence bar right up next to the objective markers up there, we win. But if we don't fill it up before that timer runs out, we lose, as what happened in the last game. I really wish it wouldn't burst me forward. I kind of just want to go up, you know? So I'm getting a little bit of game lag. I'm not sure if that's the recording or not. I'd probably turn down the settings and eliminate the issue. Good. Goodness! Ultramarines, battle, brother! You needed your jetpack real bad for that, didn't you? So we're ow, ow, ow. Hold space to bleed out faster. Get him out of here. Come on. Help, help. Alright, well, never mind then, I guess. So, he has master-crafted weapons, which means his guns are just better than mine no matter what. Not having a good day. Definitely not. I did specify in the beginning that I just blow at this game. I am not good. I'm going to try and get better. Going to get in that practice. Start getting some of that sweet equip. But I'm making no guarantees. Guy? Okay, thanks. He gave me a healing thing. I wasn't injured, but okay. So they're in there fighting. Alright. So you can see there was a lot of melee clashing there. If two weapons hit each other with the same kind of attack, they bounce off. And I think that's cool. But it kind of made this big rock, paper, scissors mechanic to the melee and how it works, where, you know, this kind of attack beats this kind of attack. And I'm really not good with that kind of stuff. So I really kind of have to get the jump on the enemy if I want to do solid damage. Nice! So I got assistance there, and I actually got a kill. Thanks, bro. Oh, this is not going well for old Dylan. So I have a lot of trouble with the weapon mechanics, the melee mechanics, because see, what I was trying to do there was parry, and if you push your primary and alternate fire at the same time, that's when you're supposed to parry a normal attack and get that stun off like he did to me, but for some reason my Space Marine would only do a basic attack, which is really not what I was aiming for, which is what put me in that vulnerable state. So hopefully next time I get in a fight it'll go off as planned. This kick is what I'm aiming for. Whoa. He lagged me right out of the way. So I'm also getting a little bit of guff from the server. So, oh, but I just nailed him with that dive. And that's a kill for good old Dilly Boy. And we'll finish this guy off. Oh, goodness. Yeah, the server's really giving me some sass right now. So we'll stay back here. We'll heal up. So as I mentioned in the beginning, this game takes place in the Warhammer 40k universe, and that is a very complicated topic to go in on, but I adore it. I'm a huge fan of the Space Wolves, as can probably be seen by me playing such a Space Wolf. And I actually have a pretty solid Space Wolf army built, painted up, ready to play. Good stuff. Missed by a hair. Ah, come on. Ah, he got me. So So part of the problem is defs that I do have such a slow weapon. These guys, their weapons are not uber fast like the Eldar were. Like, you saw those sabers, those were moving just in a ridiculously fast way. Like, they can just weave in and out around. And if there were any other factions that could move that fast, it wouldn't be anywhere near as much of a problem. But the Eldar right now are the only people who can do that kind of things. But the Chaos Marines have the same kinds of animations as the Space Marines in general. They are different. They have different powers of different abilities and such, but at the core, they're the same thing as the Marines, so you're not going to get too different in terms of what their, you know, animations are going to be, and it puts us on a lot more even playing field. And the only discerning factor here is the fact that my power axe is, of course, a lot slower than a sword, which probably makes it a bad choice for fighting against a game where swords are predominant, but I'm a Viking, I'm going to use an axe. Dang it! Where am I? I am quite the lost. I've made it to point C. The class I am cannot capture points, so it's just kind of pointless for me to be here right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and mosey on out. But we got 2 points now. Bump that game time up to another 12 minutes. And we're starting to accrue that influence pretty good. Means you might actually pull this game out. Now this guy doesn't know I'm here, it looks like. Now he probably does. Whack him! Whack him! So now they're taking our points, so I can't capture, but I can interrupt anything that the enemy is trying to do. So as long as I can get down there to point B, make sure there's no enemies around, I can stop this point being captured. And you do get experience just for defending the territories you already have, of course. They didn't want to make it too inaccessible to new players, even though it still kind of is. This game is really geared towards the people who've been around since day one, and a lot of people didn't even join in. Like, this game used to be like a full price, like it was at least a $60, at least $40, if not $60. And it really isn't worth that much money. Now, this game is technically free to play. Right now, as of time of recording, there is a sale going on where you can get premium, which allows you to play as this class for $5 when normally that costs $25. You know, $20 off is a pretty good deal. I decided, why not? $5, I can try a game out. I have a good time probably. And I've been having fun. It's not a bad game, but it definitely has its flaws. Definitely needs to be worked on. And I would like to see more factions. Like, my first love with 40K was the Dark Eldar. They are crazy, they are evil, and I adore everything about them. And I would love to see them in this game. Much like, you know, the Chaos Marines and the Space Marines, there are key differences. I don't know what just happened, but I'll take it. That was pretty cool. I would love to see the Dark Eldar. It's going to be so much fun. And, you know, they're agile. They're basically the same race as the Eldar. Kind of like the way the Chaos Marines are with the Space Marines. But also kind of not. I think it'd be a really cool addition. Make somebody who can rival the Eldar. I would love for them to do something to bring the Orcs into power. I want to see the Orcs... I want to play against them, at least. I want to see them roughing people up. Shouting what they do. Orcs, they shout. It's pretty cool stuff. And I would love to see their goofy vehicles. Orc vehicles, oh god. Orc vehicles basically don't work on any scientific convention. Orc vehicles work just because orcs think they're gonna. Yeah, alright, so this will happen every now and then, where the whole game just kind of decides to poop itself. But it should sort itself out in a moment. Hopefully. And if you guys hear that creaking, my apologies, that is my horribly noisy chair. It needs to be doctored. It needs to see a physician, chair doctor, chair urgent. Oh! Oh boy! I'm that smart boy who runs in all by himself. So you guys have seen me do a lot of Skyclaw, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. But let's change it up just for funsies. I'll do a Wolf Priest. Now these guys are super neat. They play to a class type that I really like. I like playing support as much as I like playing fasty fast boys. These guys have a pistol and this big old whacking stick. That whacking stick do a lot of damage it do, and these guys can go up to their fellow Marines and heal them. So I may work on these a little bit, work on getting this class beefed up. So cool thing about the pistols, which are generally wildly inaccurate, is there is a lock-on mode, which will help you do a little more damage just by taking aim for you. This game kind of does need, in most cases, you know, auto-aiming is, well, everybody died before I could do much. In most cases, auto-aiming is like a really dumb thing, but in terms whenever you're playing a melee class with a wildly inaccurate weapon and you just really got to get in some of that damage real quick, I think that's acceptable, because like even with the auto-aim, those pistols do not do much damage. They just don't. It's really just there to kind of wear their armor down before you can get in and hit them with the big old bait stick. So I'm going to take an alternative route. They are... I don't know, I thought we might pull this game out, thought we might win it, but I don't know, these Chaos dudes really pulled it together. They're giving us the business. Huck a grenade in there. God, wow, I just kept sliding right on by everybody. Auto-aim for guns, but not for melee. I'm really not, like... Our whole team just kind of fell apart, and I'm really not sure why. But I showed up to this party and got 200 experience, so I got that going for me, which is nice. As long as we have at least one capture point, we are making progress, but as you can see, with only 1 point, we're not going to make it in that 6-minute mark. I think as long as we get C at least once, we'll have enough time to pull it out. And I am getting some lag again, as you can see, and that's really not helpful. This guy is a champion, which means he can tear me apart no matter what. Ah, dang it. So when you're down like this, if you do have an ally nearby, they can pick you up, as I did to somebody earlier, but despite that guy being a very priority target, we really needed to get him down. Nobody decided to come with me on that one, and I guess we're just going to let him live because reasons. It doesn't look like there's anybody nearby. I'll just go ahead and let myself die. So those heroes, like, those are very special classes. You can buy them in the shop if you got premium currency, or if you play the game for long enough, you get to play the super cool guys who wear sunglasses and leather jackets and carry switchblades around, and whenever they tangle with other gangs, they snap their fingers and twirl stylishly. I have enough to buy one, but I haven't played this game long enough to really merit it. I really want to make sure that it's not just going to be wasted money for me. Oof. This is really chaotic. You can hear the gunfire all around and not see anybody because it's all just happening so far above. So one of those guys probably actually sees me. Huck a grenade over there. See if that is... Oh! Oh! I actually killed somebody with it. How good for me. Nope. No. Oh, come on. I was really hoping he didn't see me. Wanted to get in that big heavy whack. Oh. Dang it. Dang it. So I really wish that some of my buddies would stick around outside for a little bit. So I have this ability as a wolf priest where I can inject my teammates with a healing item that not only heals them right out the gate, but also gives them health regen over a period of time, which would help us in general stay alive longer. You know, maybe push in, but you know, they're all just kind of doing their own thing, which you'll see a lot of in games. I have this squad which I'm technically supposed to be cooperating with, but you're just not going to see it happen much because we don't actually know each other. I'm sure if I was playing with a friend or something, we'd coordinate pretty well, get this moving, get this pain train rolling. This guy didn't see me coming, and now he got bonked. Same thing with him. Nope, nope, he caught me. I've been spotted by him. Oh, jeez. So here's that healing I talked about. Give my health back. Now I'm regenerating. And this guy snuck up behind me and killed me anyway because I suck. And he's going to execute me just to show me who's boss. It's that guy. Plasma seems to be the way to go this time around. So here's what I'm going to do. No one's gone towards point C yet. So what I'm going to do, I really thought one of these had a heal on them, but no, that's just ammo. So I'm going to pick my Grey Hunter Tactical class. The Tacticals can actually start points being captured. So I'm going to go down there to C and try and get that point knocked down, because it really seems like everyone's just kind of ignoring it, even though it's been pinged multiple times. You know, let's take care of this bibis. I feel like if we can get that point, it'll probably buy us the time we need. I forgot this isn't a heal, it's ammo. So that grenade was very well placed. Managed to do some serious damage. Took down one of their support guys. Goodness, that's why we're not going towards C, because that's a turtle show. They're just hiding in their little shell. Ain't gonna let that happen, are they? Oh my goodness, let's try over here. Maybe on this side we'll have some more luck. That was my Brother Wolf. So they're all going in towards that side. Maybe it means this side got... Oop, nope, definitely not. Luckily, some of my battle brothers came in to back me up. Oops. I thought I was hitting the grenade button, but I was not. So there are a lot of heavies down in there. Lots of big dudes, big guns. Even though we're still losing, this game has been a lot better than the last one. I'm actually enjoying myself. You know, I can get some damage in there every now and then, start taking some shots at people. And that's just wildly more fun than these Eldar games where they literally play just a bowl over an enemy team and, you know, feel like Big Daddy. And that's just a really frustrating part of gameplay. And it happens in actual 40K as well, where you'll have a new player or you'll have a faction that, you know, they didn't balance it quite correctly. And it causes one faction to just be able to bowl over everyone else with no resistance. And that just... I don't understand how people consider that fun. Because there's no challenge in it. There's no give and take. It's just, you're going to win, so why even bother playing the game if you already know the outcome? Oof, grenade. That wasn't good. So we're struggling. We've got 15 seconds left. We're clearly not going to make it in time, but I did have fun in this game. This is a much more accurate representation of what this game is. Yep, we lose, but you know what? I still had a good time. I still think this game is pretty good. Like I mentioned, on Steam right now, this game is free, but $5 on sale to get premium, not a bad deal. You get 25,000 of the in-game currency. This isn't a sponsored video. I just happen to be enjoying it a lot. 25,000 of the in-game currency to just spend as you please. You go into the store, and you've got all kinds of cosmetic upgrades. Here's this hero I was talking about. I actually don't have enough for him anymore. He's part of the Legion of the Damned. I don't know anything about them anyway. So maybe he's super cool, but I don't know. You get these supply drops. I'm not sure what these do. I guess they can give you randomized gear. I'd really have to play around with it to find out. I can buy this Artificer one that's a lot cheaper. It has a really good chance to give me some good gear. And you got these, of course, nice appearance items. Like, you got your different Space Marine factions. You can even go down if your faction has a successor chapter. You can do that kind of stuff. Or like if you want to be more Space Wolfy, I can equip Space Wolf accessories to Biori, my little Space Wolf here. I can get the Wolf Lord helms, these little talismans off to the side, you know, new shoulder pads. I can do the Space Wolf knee pad, and there are tons of cosmetic options just depending on how you want to play it. You can go with specifically Space Wolf gear like this, or there's a lot of just generic Marine stuff like that, or like the Imperial Aquila. It's all cool stuff. So if you're a fan of 40K, you're a fan of shooters, I would definitely recommend this game. I'll probably play a few more games of this in the future for the channel. At least as long as it, people are enjoying it. If it, people think this game's dumb, then I won't play it. It's probably dumb, but I'm enjoying it. I hope you enjoy it too. I hope you'd enjoy this video. I will see you in the next one, guys, and it's good to be back here on Offbeat Gaming. I will see you later.